Okay, in the previous video we have designed some URLs and views in the blog urls.py file, which is the actually application specific urls.py file, and then we designed the views which name is called the index for this URL which resides under this view.py file. So in this video we are going to talk about the templates, that is actually the Django templates which we will create with the help of Django templating engine, and then we will try to pass the data from the view to the template so that we can do whatever we want with that data. We can format the data, we can show the data whatever we want. So to do that we will use the Django templating system. So let's get started. Okay, first of all, to do that I would like to remove this line, and then I want to use this render. Render functions will render the template, and it also allows us to pass the data from the views, which is the views, to the templates, and the Django templates resides under the folder called templates. So let's create a template and then templates, and then after that we also need to create a folder called blog. Remember, the name of this folder must equivalent to the name of our application, because Django will look to the templates in every directory that start with the application name. And under this blog we will actually create a template. The template name can be whatever you want. So I want to create a template called index.html, because this will be the HTML file, and we will write some Django templating language inside this file along with HTML, index.html. So okay, let us write some HTML and test this. This is index.html page. So when the request come to this views name index.html, where we can find it inside the views.py file. So when a user try to load the index page, let us say localhost, and it is not running, so let us run our server, manage.py run server. Sorry, we got some error. here is some typo, so let's fix this typo first, and then we will try to return the server. We have got error in models.py file under the blog folder at line number 1. So line number 1 under the blog, under this directory blog models.py file, and in line number 1 that means this is the actual typo that we have got while we so run our server. Let us run our server using the manage.py run server. When you run the server and let's say users try to visit this page, at that condition the request go to the Django project urls.py file, which is actually here. Okay, that request is received by this urls.py file, and then Django try to match that request with this URL patterns, as here is no any string, so Django will match that request with this line, because this indicate that start with nothing. That means the request that is sent from this browser will be redirect the to this blogs.urls file, which is under the blog, that means blog.urls, that means urls means this file. And then again that request, Django will try to match that request with this URL pattern. As you know, there is no any string, so Django will match that request with this URL. So after matching that request with this line, Django will pass that request to the views.index function, that means views. We can see here is our views file, and under that file we have a function called index. So this function will called, and then this function will return the HTTP response object with the string called hello world from my blog, as you can see here. But what I want is actually I want to send this request to the template so that we can get a nicely formatted HTML data along with our data. So to do that, let us remove this index that is also called the views function. And if I would like to write a new view function with name index, and in Django every functions take a request object, and then I would like to return a HTML file to this request. So to return a HTML file, we will use Python keyword added to your return, and then we will render templates name index.html that we have just created under this templates directory. The render function will always take a request as a first argument, then for the second argument it takes the name of the template. Actually the template name is blog slash index index.html. The third argument will be the data that actually you want to pass from this views file to the template file, that is index.html, that we have defined under the templates directory with the parent folder called blog. So the third argument will be the data. The data will be in the form of context dictionary. So we can define data like my data, and the value will be hello world from my blog. Okay, the actual variable name that will be available on our templates, that is index.html file, is the my data. For the clarity, I have just defined the data, so we can pass this data. So the my data variable will be available on index.html. We can write the Django templates language to access the data in the form of these types of syntax. This syntax actually this syntax is always evaluated, but this does not produce output. Always evaluated, but doesn't print the output of variable in Django template language. But this syntax will always try to print the actual value that resides under the variable. In our case, if we put this my data inside this double curly braces, this will actually return the data. So we can use these kinds of syntax in the Django template engine to write some conditional looping syntax, just like if else condition, if else condition, for loop. This syntax is used to define these kinds of logic, but to print the actual data that contains by the variable, we will use the double curly braces. So we don't need this. Actually we can embed this Django specific Django syntax, Django templating in the syntax in the HTML in the form of h2. You can do this way. So if we try to run our server using manage.py run server, this will and let us view URLs of our blog application. That means we are going to load our server using localhost 8000. So as you can see, hello world from my blog, that hello world from my blog and data is defined by this my data. So as you can see, we can pass the data from the views.py file to the templates, that is index.html. So this is the general working principle of templates using render, and this define the working principle of the Django templates and the views. So in the next video we will try to integrate the Bootstrap blog template with our Django blog application. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you.